Yo, these chicks is really wondering why men don't approach them.
Are you guys single?
Yes, sadly.
So you are meeting guys at bars and clubs, and they are coming up and talking to you.
No. Guys do not come up to me. I don't know who's teaching y'all, but
That part. Would you prefer that guys walked up to you?
yes, but like it depends.
It's gotta be a good line. It's gotta be a good line.
Yeah.
Really strong.
I think a guy walking up to you talking about, "Hi, how are you? My name is Joe. What's good?" is a good line.
Yes.
Like, what's good? Yes. And what's your name?
If they notice that you're interested, like if we're making eye contact across the room or something, if a random guy just comes up to you out of nowhere and you weren't like giving him the signs that like you wanted him to, like that can be awkward.
At this point, I don't know what to say about the dating market. They want guys to come up to them, but at the same time, they got videos online saying that that they're creeps, they don't want to be approached by men, we don't need men in this world. And then on the other hand, they want to be approached and they're wondering why. You're with your friend, we keep thinking, yo, we're gonna go up there, be called a creep, or your friend's gonna speak like, nah, yo, she don't want you, or if I buy you a drink, I gotta buy her a drink. The expectations are ridiculous. At this point, the women should just come up to the men like, yo, if you like it, if you like me, just say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got to give you the signs. Oh, it depends. If my back is turned, don't come up to me. There's so much, like, you got to climb up so many hills to get a number. And I don't even know who this lady is at the bottom. Just freaking, what's good? What's good? That's a good line. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And the other chick, oh, they got to come with a good line. Yo, why can't I just be like, hey, what's up? I saw you from across the room. I'm Jay, blah, blah, blah. It's never that simple. You know what I'm saying? Having to buy your friends drinks or hear scrutiny from them if they don't like me. They speak for the chick that you trying to talk to. It's a mess, man. Like, it's not even the same no more. And it's not even worth it, honestly. And like nowadays, you could buy ass from a chick for less than what dinner costs with no commitment if you look hard enough. So I don't know what these chicks talking about. Things got to change if you want shit to go back to old. These women ain't even traditional women, so there's no point about being a traditional man. And that pretty much sums it up. When you out there dating, you need a hell of a sign for even me to think about coming up to you just to make you turn around here.
I don't have to.
Okay.
And it don't take nothing away from you.
But that wasn't the question. She was saying men don't approach women anymore.
Because
And
after 10, 20, 30 years, listen, after decades of men approaching women, and I use one example of me, a personal example, but after decades of men approaching women and getting clowned for it, I didn't come here for that. Go to the club. I ain't come here for that. Try to holler at you at church. I didn't come here for that. Try to talk to you in the grocery store. I didn't come here for that. Try to talk to you in the parking lot. Now I'm a creep. Now I'm stalking. Now I'm all of this and that. No, ma'am. Okay, we get the message. You put the yield sign up. You put the stop sign. We were taught to stop when we hear and see.
No lies told. No lies told.
And check this. A woman in the comments said, only if you're attractive does approaching work. Only if you're attractive does approaching work. This is a woman saying that. She's confirming what men have been saying. But modern women out here keep, they lying to you. Don't listen to these. And some dudes out here, they don't listen to them. They lying to you. A woman saying right now, hey, if you wanted to go, you can go up there. You can go up there. You can do all of that you want. But if the woman don't find you attractive, she's going to be rude to you. That's the thing. I don't think most men are thinking that women are going to find them attractive. Like every woman that I step to, she's not going to find me attractive. But just like men have to work on their approaching skills, y'all have to work on y'all's rejection skills. Like if you're going to reject a man, y'all don't need to be rude like you are.
So like, what type of guys do you like?
I like Godfrey, I'm not gonna lie.
But your ex was a drug dealer. God, why do you send me these confused girls? So like, do you have any male friends?
Yeah,
but he's like a brother to me.
I beg you don't do that.
I've known him since I was 7. It's like I'm living in a loop. So, how many times have you been in Jamaica?
Like twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
You're not even Jamaican for real. Yeah, so where else have you been? Like Thailand?
Thailand. Are you okay? Like, fix your face. What's the problem?
Yeah, so when you're going out to these...
Hey.
Well, why do you know all these people? What business do you be doing to know this many people? Oh, have you ever experienced love?
Yeah, I did,
but I was silly. Go back to him. How long was it? 2 years. Go back to the love of your life.
What's wrong with you?
Go back to the love of your life. Why?
Doing that,
Who
dude?
sent you here to destroy
Why are you
me?
doing that, dude?
Who
It was
sent
only
you
2
here to
years ago.
destroy me?
This is just a friendly reminder. There is no such thing as a woman's soft side being activated because now you're paying all her bills. Being soft and feminine is a woman's most natural and most powerful state. It's not a subscription that you must pay for in order to experience it. I know they've worked overtime marketing this to us men, but I'm here to tell you that don't work. The only thing that can make a woman submissive is if she actually wants to be there for you. Simple and plain. There's no amount of money. There's no amount of looks. There's no amount of clout. There's no amount of anything. It's just her sole decision. And don't allow them to trick you and make you believe that they're in survival mode. That's why they're so aggressive or disrespectful towards you. That's cap. It doesn't cost anything for someone to be a decent person to you, especially while being in a relationship when you actually think about it. That's her obligation, because why are you in a relationship if you don't plan on being a pleasant person to be around? But even with all that I just said, I know you ain't gonna listen to what I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
Well, I messed up talking to my husband again. So I was sitting in the bedroom working, and he comes in and he's like, "Are you making something? The oven's on." And I was like, "Oh yeah, actually I started making these new cookie things for the kids, and there's dough that I had to make, but I didn't realize that it needed to chill for 30 minutes first. So I had to put the stuff in the refrigerator." He just cuts me off and he's like, "Do you want the oven on?" And I stop and I think, and I'm like, well, and then he cuts me off again. He's like, "I'm going to turn it off." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You can just turn it off." See, I over-explained and I gave way too many details that men just really don't give a shit about. He didn't need to know what I was making. He didn't need to know why I was making it. And he didn't know the dough needed to chill for 30 minutes. None of that information is ever relevant to men. We need to leave that kind of stuff out of our stories. Women, we share all of our details with each other. So the dough having to chill for 30 minutes is super relevant to a woman, but it isn't to a man. We shouldn't say those kinds of things to men. All he needed to know was that, yes, he could turn the oven off.
My male audience, please come to the front, come to the front. I have a question for you because I saw this video and I thought, is she onto something or is this...
Here's a hard pill to swallow for intelligent women. You are not the average male's ideal woman. You are not the majority of men's ideal woman. You are kind of like a muse. You make the man think. You say things that never enter his consciousness on a day-to-day basis. You become an object of study. You are intellectual. You are deep. You are dense. He's sitting there in awe that a woman could surprise him.
Now, I think she might be, because as an intelligent woman, I'd like to think of myself as an intellectual and not just well-educated, because I do think those are two separate things. I've never gotten a negative reaction from men because of my intelligence. I think women that do tend to be more pretentious than anything else, like projecting their intelligence by trying to make it seem like they're a lot smarter than they really are. And that could really throw men off. Or do some men just like being around the stupid girls because it helps them feel smarter? Let me know. I'm curious.
This is man-hating at its finest.
Women don't need men anymore. And not like, well, we don't need men in the world. Like, no, women can survive on their own without men. Like, they don't need their dad. They don't need their husband. They don't need a male in their life to sign things, to get them money, to get them banks, to give them access to properties and housing. They can do that on their own now. And this is exactly why we have a society that we do. It's not that we don't want to date men. It's that the men and the options we're realizing aren't that great.
I love when she says that women no longer need men for like to sign to own a home, to sign paperwork, to get properties. Honey, who built the properties? Who built the houses? Women no longer need men to do. I love that. I love that because they don't take a second to think about the entire infrastructure in which they live and the entire protection that they have, all the way up to military protection. It's all male-led.
And is, what are your goals? What are we building together? Because if we're not building together, then what are we doing?
I understand. Listen,
right?
And I'm with you on that. But what I'm saying is, if I have a consistent paying job, let's build. Maybe I don't want to build a business. I want to build a life. I want to build a family. I want to build a home. And maybe you are the entrepreneurial spirit. Maybe when your play don't go good, I still got this consistent paying job that I can we could fall back on. So I may not have that entrepreneurial spirit doesn't mean that I'm just a lackluster of a man, but I'm consistent. I show up for you every day. I get up every morning to go provide for you. And, you know, you saying that that's not good enough. It's, woo, boy, that's tough right there. That ugly money.
Not that it's not good enough.
Okay.
And if a man chooses to not be an entrepreneur, it is okay. Then as the woman, I will invest his money.
Fellas, go sell dope.
Drop a bomb, I'm triggered. You ain't gonna invest my goddamn money because I don't want to own a business. I said I want to work and make my little 50, 60,000. That don't mean you get to take my paycheck and invest it in what the you want to invest it in. That means I don't have an entrepreneurial spirit. I just want to take care of the bills, have a happy household, take care of my responsibilities. I don't want to do all that extra shit. Fellas, love yourself. Respectfully. Respectfully.
Thank you, Ms. Gordon.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. Some men, they might don't have that entrepreneur. They might just want to work and pay the bills.
But as the woman, let me invest the money so the money grows. Sitting in the bank, you do not earn any interest on your money. And if you're talking about being my husband, having a family and kids, the kids got to goddamn eat.
Right.
And the kids need shelter. And the kids need tuition. So therefore...
Fellas, sell dope. Sell dope.
Drop another bomb. I'm looking for an accountant. I'm looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for a life partner. I'm looking for someone to build with. I don't need you all in my financials. I got a steady job, a 401k. I'll be just fine. I need you to be my girl and relax. Respect.
It's getting weird. Part infinity.
I wish that I could stay up for life. I wish that I could stay. Hey, look at the sky. Shining bright tonight. I wish that I could stay here for life.
This nigga's a piece, y'all. That's a piece. Which makes me wonder, right? Which brings up a theory. Because my gut is, something's in my gut is like bubbling. Might have been that pasta I ate earlier. Normally, when my gut bubbles like this, it means something's a little bit off. It's not what it seems. Something's not what it seems. Because he's not moving like a cheated. He's moving like a nigga that was on. I'm just saying. Just hear me out for a second. I'm just saying. He moving real peaceful. I've never seen a man cheat on his wife and move like this. Unless he just doesn't give a... But something's, you know what I'm saying? There's more to this story. And I don't give a, mind you. It's just I keep seeing these on Instagram. I've never seen them on Instagram as much as I'm seeing them now. Instagram will show me his video, then her video, then his video, then her video. I'm like, Instagram just messy. Anyways. Do y'all think this is the death of relationship content like this? Cause you know what's funny? Last year, I told my wife, I was like, hey babe, we should make some content together, da. Not anymore. That. It's a prerequisite to divorce. My wife will make a cameo from time to time. That's about it. Anyways, take my ass to bed. Psych. I'm not in trouble. I'm going upstairs.
So, like, are we saying anything for this?
No. I'm going to put music to it, and then there's going to be text down here.
Oh, okay. What's it going to say?
What?
You have here, modern women are just never satisfied. Says she left her husband of 14 years just to be ghosted. Mother of two leaves her husband of 14 years for a stranger she was convinced was her soulmate after one magical moment, only to be ghosted. The man went in there and did what he was supposed to do. Chad brought along Tyrone and said, let's turn this woman out. After we're done with her, she's for sure going to divorce her husband. We can't control that. We're going to let her do what she wants to do. But we need her to pay us a little bit of money. We're going to put it down so good that she's going to be giving us money. She's going to be cooking us dinner. We knocked all of the sense out of her, bro. She left her husband. And now what? We got to ghost her. We got to go ghost. You down for a road trip, bro? We're going to Arizona. Leave her where she is.
I'm in the healthiest relationship of my life, and people don't tell you about the growing pains, because I'm with a who's making some sense. I didn't even know that existed. I'm used to being the victim. And now I have to say sorry? Excuse me? No. I didn't know that was in the terms and conditions. I'll be fighting with this man and I'll be like, I hate fighting with you. He's like, it's not a fight. It's a misunderstanding. I'm like, okay. All right. Don't correct me. Okay? I said what I said. All right? Then I'll be having a whole speech prepared on why I'm right and he's wrong. And this will hit me with, you know what? You're actually making some valid points and I'm sorry. Excuse me? I'm not making any points. I'm talking for talking's sake. You're actually right. Stand up for yourself.
Woman explains how she married young and took her husband for granted and now regrets her decision for leaving him. Let's take a look.
I was a selfish in my marriage. I've been divorced now almost 4 years, but I was married to my ex-husband 16 years and with him 18 years. And again, I was a selfish. Nothing was ever good enough. I took him for granted. He seriously rolled out the red carpet for me. He was sweet, kind, generous. He told me how much he loved me 5 times a day. He told me how beautiful I was every day. If he'd wake me up in the morning, because he knows I love massages, wake me up rubbing my shoulders. He'd rub my feet every evening while we were watching TV. If I said, for example, oh, I'm craving a Dr. Pepper, he'd be like, okay, let me go to the corner store and get it. He adored me. He was amazing. Like on paper, it's what every girl wants. Seriously. And yeah, I took it for granted. And now I lost that, right? And I carried a lot of guilt because I caused it. That's my biggest regret in life, is not saving, the whole family aspect. The grass is not always greener on the other side, ladies. It's not,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good now. I feel great. And he's super happy with his girlfriend. And honestly, I could not be happier for him because he deserved to be loved and cared about and respected as he should have always been. So I'm so happy that he's happy.
Good for him.
Anyways, what I'm saying, ladies, the grass is not greener on the other side. If you have a good guy, take care of him. Take care of him. Trust me. There's nothing good out in these streets. He seriously set the bar. He set the bar. And ultimately, what I always wanted, I had all along. So we have good right in front of us and we don't know how to take care of it.
I actually want to take a moment and say I respect this woman putting this out there, because for her to be fully transparent and share this to the world, there is going to be a lot of ridicule on her end, but she's being honest, and I really appreciate that. Many people won't admit this, but marry young, they don't know their worth, they have a glow up, and then there's sudden attention, and all of a sudden they want to see what else is out there. Some would call it a midlife crisis, some would call it curiosity got the best of them. And a lot of them don't know any better because there's nothing to compare it to. I think we all should take a moment to really appreciate what we have and not take it for granted. The grass is greener where you water it. What are your thoughts?
In order for us to achieve peace on planet Earth and get the things that we want to get out of this life, we're going to have to delete 90% of men. Yes, that includes your awful baby daddy and your ancient father. So if I was president of the universe, we would literally structure society so that we can finally achieve a matriarchy. But in order to do that, we have to get rid of most men, because let's just face it, most men are not going to change.
In internet speak, delete means kill. And we have a woman here who's saying, in order to achieve our ultimate goal as radical feminists, we're going to have to delete around 90% of men. Can you imagine if a man got on an app and said, if we want to fix the problem with modern women today and the feminists, then the easy fix would just be deleting them? That would be like perfect B-roll for propaganda that wants to highlight channels like myself and call them toxic, but you will never see this, right? Unless if you're, of course, subscribed to a channel like mine.
Literally not enough time on planet Earth to change the heart of a trash man. And there's nothing you can do. We would literally need the second coming of Christ in order to change some of these men on this planet. And so I'm suggesting is that we literally get rid of them using the science that we already have. Elon Musk has said that by the year 2031, we will be able to support life on planet Mars. So I'm suggesting that we ship 90%, the bottom 90% of men to Mars so that we can achieve the patriarchy. And what does that leave us with? That leaves us with the top 10% of men.
Mind you, she's quoting the smartest person she can think of, who happens to be a man who many of these women dislike, either for his political stances and his views on masculinity, which he's spoken very much about, and they think they can survive without men. Hilarious.
5% of which are the men who are loyal to their wives and devoted husbands. And the other 5% are the men who have amazing gene pool, great IQ, good bone structure, good hair, skin, tall, fine as fuck. You know what I'm talking about. So since 2031 is a couple years away, that gives us enough time to decide what are the traits that we want to keep from the men on planet Earth and how do we want to repopulate the planet. We can have sporting competitions to decide who is the most athletic. We can have mental competitions to see who is the smartest, the best IQ. We can have social competitions to decide who has the best heart and who is the most emotionally viable. But if we want to actually have a chance to fight as a matriarchy and become the great planet that we know we can be,
We just have to delete 90% of men.
Let's just say he was 100%. I have the best relationship that has ever existed in the existence of relationships. What rational...
Women aren't rational.
No, hold on. Women are not irrational.
Women aren't rational. That's the reality. And look, and you may not like what I'm saying. Women are not rational. Women are the only people that will get upset at you for giving them what they want. A woman will want a man who has, I want a man who's wealthy, who's affluent. She gets that. They get married, and now she's complaining about time. Right now, he gives her a time.
But and now, she didn't know what she wanted.
Wait, and now. You just hit it right.
No.
Don't know what they want.
Wait, but not knowing what you want and irrational is not the same thing.
And then wait. And now he gives her time. Now he puts work aside. Now he's home all the time. Oh, he's home too much. Why are you always home? This is what men deal with on the regular. This is something that I've. This is something.
So men don't do like what do?
No, and I'm not saying this is.
Men be doing a lot of stuff.
Men do, and I'm not saying we don't. But what I'm telling you is, this is something that I've learned to accept about women. I'm not saying it like it's a jab or it's a detriment. Once again, I speak to how God designed us, and I've learned that this is how God has designed y'all. You understand? And y'all are the only ones. And this is. I always say a man's job is to provide and protect. And the number one thing you have to protect a woman from is herself. That's the reality.
Maybe it is. So do it. Maybe it's the truth.
That's the reality.
You guys think after
we have a
all
long
this
list of jobs too.
You think after all this time?
No, I'm not complaining.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm stating it as a fact. The future faking, you should be able to be punished because, look, you walk into a casino. You know you might win, you might lose. If you lose, you're not able to sue the casino. But if you walked in knowing that you were going to cheat the casino, right?
Right.
Then they have the right to punish you however they wish because your intent.
Yes,
it's about
exactly.
Intent. Your intent was malicious.
But also, I'm sorry, but like I'm not. You can't sue. You can't take legal action. I mean,
there's no way to prove it.
No, right. But also allowing someone to take that many years of your time is also your own. Because I'm just
you got to be accountable.
You got to start waking up.
You got to take the L.
But wait. But then again, like y'all saw Lorenz Tate in Menace to Society. People are great actors. Like I really thought he was O-Dog. Like people are great actors.
That would be her intent. Then that would go towards her intent if she was acting the whole time.
No, but what I'm saying is, so yes, I totally do agree that people have to take a level of accountability for what they allow, but. Some people are amazing actors.
They are. I will agree with
Some people are amazing. Look, man, like, they have dinner with your family and your mother's like, oh my God, you got to marry this guy. Like some people are amazing actors. Or you got to marry this woman. Some people are amazing actors, you know? So although fault does fall on the back of the victim to a degree, but I'm just saying that some people are great actors, man.
But how many A-listers do you actually have? Like, how many A-list actors do you actually have? You know what I mean? You have A-list, and you have B-list. I'll even give you C-list celebrity. How many of those do you actually have? Out of the plethora of people that go out there to act, right? And obviously, you know, with everything becoming decentralized, when I went to Atlanta a few years ago, that was something that the tour guide talked to me about. She was just like, yeah, man, you know, everything's so decentralized. They call Atlanta the Hollywood of the South just because, you know, you have a lot of different studios out here. They shoot a lot of movies out here and people would never know. Here, this place that I'm taking you right now, there's a lot of movie directors, a lot of writers, producers live right here in this area. You kind of see them walking their dogs and stuff like that. It was a pretty cool experience, right? So you got them certain places, right? And, you know, you might run into one over here in Atlanta and one over here in LA and one over here in Miami and one over here in Texas and one over here in Louisiana, right? You might run into him. You're probably going to run into him, but you're not going to run into an A-list actor every day. You're not going to run into a celebrity every day. You're not going to run into somebody famous every day. And that's what modern women are saying. I ran into a narcissist. I ran into somebody that just did me wrong, just raked me over the coals. All of y'all ran into that. And that's why men are like, you got to take some sort of accountability. Not all of y'all are going through that.
Desmond Scott is proving that love wins. Now, if you don't know who Desmond Scott is, him and his wife are getting divorced, and they're super famous together. And Desmond Scott has become famous for two things: reacting to his wife and cooking. This is a key component to this, everyone. Now, his wife files for divorce. She does a post that says, hey, same address, which makes people think, okay, cool, he's out the house, he's done, he's cooked, he cheated, he's trash, he's garbage, and the rumors just start swirling. And what does my brother do? This is it. He's cooking. And when he's not cooking, he's just looking fly. The aesthetic is the same. He didn't say like, oh, I'm going on IG Live at 5 o'clock to tell everybody about my side of the story. I'm about to air this dirty laundry out. And you know what? Didn't stop people from speculating. Half the people are like, he's gay, this was a lavender marriage. The other half are saying this was him making out with Shorty at a bar out the rando. What did he do in response? He just kept cooking. Bro, the post was immaculate. Yeah, I'm still in the kitchen, just cooking. And if I'm not at the kitchen, I'll be at the grocery store. And notice the face, no reaction. Bro is just, maybe this is the base level of who he's always been. Maybe all he's wanted to do is cook. The truth is, we don't know. Kendrick Lamar gave you guys the blueprint to understand the truth by opening up the dialogue with Eckhart Tolle, but I'm going to reiterate it to you. Eckhart in New Earth said, anything that you resent and strongly react to in another is also in you. So if someone says things about you that are untrue, if someone's yelling at you and angry at you and calling you names, and your reaction is to say, no, I'm not, or y'all need to pay, y'all need to deal with this, y'all are gonna have to deal with the truth. That's actually you recognizing and now pointing out to other people that maybe it is true. I would never get mad at someone for saying I look green, because I don't. I would ask, okay, I'm sorry, why do you think that? Desmond Scott choosing to not respond to you all, calling him names, saying that you know the truth, and then just going back to the kitchen. It's a masterclass of the future. You don't need to go on live. You don't need to crash out. You just need to do what you love, admit to your faults, and continue to be the best version of yourself. Desmond, props to you, bro.
All right, hey y'all. So I seen this girl's video, and I'm gonna respond to her, but I want to show the original video that the comedian Ryan Davis was talking about on Shannon Sharp, so I can respond, because I'm irritated.
My daughter went from I love my dad to let me see what I can get out of here. And when she started looking at me as access to like material things,
you were ATM. Now all of a sudden you weren't dad, you were an ATM.
Broke me.
It's weird that you outed your 11-year-old daughter to the entire internet like she has bad character. It's really sad when you want to support somebody's work and their creativity, and then you find out that they are kind of terrible. Y'all probably...
You are the reason why I don't deal with a lot of women. You are the reason why I believe that a lot of women have a mental condition today. And I mean this in the most disrespectful manner, because you need somebody to tell you this directly. There's something wrong with you, girl. There's something wrong with you. For you to get up here and disrespect a black man, first of all, you need to be checked for that. Don't you ever do that. Second of all, for you to get up here and blatantly lie and put something on this man that he did not do. Because for you to get up here and say that he is trying to claim that his daughter has bad character shows how mentally you are. How is a father expressing how he felt when his daughter's behavior changed towards him have anything to do with her character? She's 11. Where did he out his daughter at? Can you show me where he continued to speak on his daughter in a negative way? Or did he tell us the context of why he felt how he felt? Why he felt broken at that moment? Okay. This is why I know why men are the way that they are, because they come from women who think and behave in this way. Why do women feel like y'all can force a man to be loving and supportive and say, oh, men hate women. Men are evil. Well, they come from evil women. Women treat men in a very disrespectful way. You just got up here and blatantly said that this man is not able to express himself and that he should not be talking to another man like a therapy session. He can express himself wherever he wants to, just like women can. Every time a woman gets beat on by a man, where does she go? To a podcast, to the social medias, right? Okay then. So why can't a black man express himself? Girl, you done pissed me off. I find it weird how women feel like we are the only ones that is allowed to express ourselves. Men are human too. And y'all wonder why men do so many wrong things to women. Look at how y'all respond to them as if they're not human. The way that y'all treat black men is as if they're not human and they have no emotions. And how dare you express that your little girl was not a little girl no more and she only wants you for material gain. How is that such a bad thing for a man to express it on his journey? The world will never change because women create horrible men and dark men. These men are the way that they are because they come from dark women who don't care about men as if they are humans. Y'all talk about men like they're robots. It's weird to me.
So everybody put your hands in the air. It's an all-night party that we're getting.
Honey, what are you bringing him?
I'm hyper independent. Like, I have literally lived in 5 different cities by the time I was 30, and I moved every single time by myself. I also bought a place when I was 25, a mortgage on my own. I know how to do electrical work. I know how to patch drywall. Like, as long as I have a YouTube video, I'm good. I own my own business. I set up an LLC. I'm literally doing all these things, and when a man is literally trying to pen pal with me just to be casual, like, it gives me the ick because what the f***? What do you have to offer? Oh, you paid for my dinner? Oh, you paid for my drinks? You paid for my trip? Okay, like, I can do that myself. The appeal is not there. Unless a man is truly making my life significantly easier, I would rather be single than be in bad company.
It's totally unappealing to men. Totally unappealing to men to say, I don't need you. I've got it all covered. Because then why would they pick you? They want to feel needed. They want to feel appreciated, right? And they want to feel valued for the masculine things that they bring to the table that you're not supposed to be doing, right? Because it's supposed to be a complementary pair. The problem here is she's not doing anything feminine.
And another woman that sounds like all of the other women. I've moved to 5 different cities by myself. Fantastic. Good for you. Good for you, man. You and all of the other people, men and women that have done this. As a matter of fact, that's how a lot of these places got started. It's because somebody decided to move to another place by themselves. And not only did they move to that place by themselves, they endured sickness, pain, danger, and all of the other elements, environments, and trials and tribulations in order to build this society for you so you can get on up here talking stupid.
So stop acting like you want to be alone. You don't have a choice. And I hate when it says, oh, I'm single by choice. No, you're not. You're single by choices. You're single by the choices that you make. You chose to have multiple kids with multiple niggas. That's why you're single. You chose to hang out with single, bitter. That's why you're single. You chose to stay in a relationship with now you are traumatized for life because of that. That's why you're single. All of these are choices. Okay. You're not choosing to be single. And for you that want to convince me and anybody else that you can have any man you want, where is he? Go get him. Exactly. You over here choosing to work on your career and focus on your career rather than focusing on building a healthy relationship with somebody. That's why you're single. By choices, not by choice. So stop acting like you want to be alone. You don't have a choice.
You might want to repark your car though. You're not transparent. I'm very, whoa, man, get off my stuff. Get off my, get off, hey, don't touch my stuff.
Man.
Do not touch my stuff.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What are you doing?
You?
Don't touch my stuff again. That's what you get for putting your hands on people. That's where I'll find out.
Everybody mad and argue more nowadays, but when they didn't, you know what they did? They slapped everybody. Anytime you question them, bah! Shut up! Right now! You know what I'm saying? Now they argue because it's either that or...
I am a single mom and I have come to the conclusion that I'll never get married.
Let me preface this by saying that I am not anti-marriage. I think that you should make whatever decision for yourself and your life that you want. I'm just saying where I am and why I don't think that marriage is beneficial to me. In my mind and by my own experiences and calculations, the cons severely outweigh the pros when it comes to marriage as the woman and as the wife in a traditional marriage. The way that I see it, I would be losing out in every single aspect if I were to get married. The expectations for the domestic work, the emotional labor, the mental load would all fall on me. And I know what you guys are going to say. Some men really do their part. Some men really da-da-da-da. Okay, that's fine. I feel like that's more the exception than the rule. And I'm not going to base me spending the rest of my life with somebody off of the few good apples there are amongst the pool of toxic men. When I think about what my ideal life looks like, it's literally the life that I'm living now as a single woman. My house is the way that I want it to be. I decorated the way that I want it to be. There's no mess that I didn't make in the house aside from my 5-year-old, but he's a 5-year-old, so I don't mind cleaning up his mess. He's a kid. I don't want to clean up after a grown man. I don't want somebody in my face every day asking me what's for dinner. I don't want the expectation that you're going to be folding me like a pretzel every night. I don't want to feel the responsibility of having a partner who has high expectations but is not contributing an equal amount.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Here's what I ate on a plane while having a full panic attack. Picking up with the soy milk, I really enjoy it when they serve me this, so I was really happy because you can see it's shaking. I'm scared. I'm holding it to the side. My pinky's up. That means I'm really scared. I'm so sorry for the scream.
Can you imagine upgrading to business class to avoid screaming children, but then you encounter screaming adults and I don't know what my favorite part during the panic attack was. The fact that you kept looking at your camera to make sure it was on the record. Or the fact that that wasn't people keep comparing her to this lunatic. I don't know if you guys know. Fucking the strongest TikTok diagnosis of today versus the strongest TikTok diagnosis of all time.
I want a man that provides and takes care of all of my bills and is going to make sure that I don't have to lift.
Are you a child?
What?
Women are the only people that will get upset at you for giving them what they want. And women are not rational. The man that does not challenge you does not love you. That is the reality. This is a result of feminism and women's independence. So y'all got what y'all asked for.
Who is we? We're not talking about you. I want to get a belt.
I am a traditional man. I am not a sucker. I'm a black man in Hollywood, so I've definitely had those situations where
her husband installed a hidden camera in the house, and this is what he's saying. Let's count. That's one. It's one guy. Two. That's two guys. Three. This is crazy. He was sick. I know he was throwing up everywhere. Four is crazy. I'm surprised he ain't locked up. Five guys. No fries. She ain't serving burgers neither. Oh, that's the same dude.
So I'm not the one to share my dating experience, but I don't know. This one's kind of funny, and I think you'll get a kick out of it. So I meet this one guy, and I actually knew him in high school, but we never talked. We were never friends. Like, he was kind of like a weird kid, and we just didn't get along in high school, right? But he actually had, like, the biggest glow up ever. So he messaged me on Instagram. I was like, shoot, okay, let me give this man a chance. And so he picks me up. And the only reason I let him pick me up is because I knew him in high school and he wasn't like a total stranger to me. So we go out to dinner and things are going really great. It gets to a point where we're like talking about taking a trip together. Like going up to the mountains, going snowboarding together, and getting like renting out an Airbnb, like a cabin. So maybe like the next week goes by and we're still making plans for this trip. And he actually buys the Airbnb, He bought my snow ticket. He literally bought me like a whole new outfit just to go snowboarding with him. Like, man's dropped a bag on me. And during this time period, like, we are really connecting. Like, things are going really great. It's getting pretty serious. And I'm like low-key falling in love with him. So we end up going to this Airbnb. And we have a ski trip day. It's like such a good day. We're vibing, right? Like, I'm thinking like he's gonna ask me to be his girlfriend soon. So we make it back to the Airbnb after this long day. And he like cooks me a steak dinner. He gets me like some wine. Like, this man is just like doing so much and like, wow, just like literally exceeding my expectations. So nighttime comes around and, you know, I brought a box of spicy cubes and I'm like, hey, let's like, you know, maybe today's the day, right? So, you know, I told him, I was like, look, I have a surprise for us. Let me go get it. I go get it. I come back and I'm like, look what I got. Like, we could take one and just enjoy the night in, right? Thinking he's going to be so excited, right? Because like we haven't done anything up to this point. And I show him it and he's like, oh. And I'm like, oh, what? Like, what? Like, we don't have to take them. Like, that's okay. It's just going to, you know, make it, you know, spice it up a little bit. Like, but we don't have to take them. And he's like, no, like, I'm just not into you like that. You're not into me like that. What was all of this for then? Like, what? So my heart is like literally shattering in front of this man while he's telling me he's not even into me like that. And I'm like, why are you doing all of this for me? Like, like what? I'm so confused. And he was like, oh, well, like, I don't know. I just thought we were really good friends. Like, I just wanted to like do something nice for you. Like, it was nothing like romantic like that. Dude, I literally spent like 3 months talking to this dude, thinking that like we were gonna be in a serious relationship, and he pulls, you're just gonna be my friend on me.
Similarly.
Right, remember? This is all the men's stuff here, yeah?
The men's stuff here and the women's is right behind you. Okay, you're very cute, by the way.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm a free spirit.
What the fuck, man?
Apologies.
I can't even.
Apologies.
Yeah, take it now. Come on, broski, man. What's that?
Sorry for the inconvenience, man.
Oh. I'm cutting that out. Dead off. Grey is my favorite color, though. I will be honest.
10 years ago, I went on a date with this girl from Tinder, right? Everything was going cool. She was cool peoples and everything. But then we go back to my apartment and we just talking, telling stories. We just talking. And I'm being open, like, you know, we grown, man. Like, damn, I'm 20 years old at the time. You feel me? But then, yeah, hey, you ever have a threesome? I'm like, oh, no, I ain't never have a threesome. She's like, oh, I have. I said, oh, word? She's like, yeah. I'm like, damn, that's a lucky ass. And then she said, you mean us? Excuse me, say what? Niggas. Like, more than one? Yeah, two. I'm like, oh, man. I was like, that wasn't no threesome. That was a trade. Like, oh my God, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's trade. Oh God, you. She's like, what? You? She's like, wait a minute. You and your boys never had a girl that y'all would just call up and hit? No, what? No. Clearly, we are living two different lives, bro. No. That we hit together? They call you up to hit together, never like separate? I'm like, I mean, the only way it's a threesome is if those two dudes are doing something with each other. Like, three-way is when everybody fighting each other. That's a handicap match. Those two was double teaming you. That's a handicap match. That's a 2-on-1 fast break. You Randy Moss on double coverage. like gaslight me. Like, one, this normal, and two, like this ain't a trade. But judging off her Tinder profile, it checks out.
Go 50-50. Listen, I ain't mad at it. The internet can never make me feel bad about being open to going 50-50 with a man, my man. Why? Especially when I'm doing 100 right now by my lonesome. Why would I want somebody to pick up 100 and they got 100? I need my man to be able to enjoy the fruits of his labor. I always had me 100. I'm going to have me 100 with or without a man. 50-50, that's child's play. If a female feels some type of way about that, That's because she ain't got it in the first place.
You speak Chinese today, by any chance? Probably not. You spoke English yesterday, so you'll speak English today and probably tomorrow.
Sure.
Have you ever eaten the same food more than once? Probably.
Yeah.
It would be too hard to just change that up every day. So there are a lot of things that you do over and over. And if one of the things you do over and over is change the guy you're sleeping with, you're probably going to keep doing that too. If I know that you have been with one guy for a long time, then in the future, you probably will be with one guy for a long time. But if I know that you switch guys often, this is about once every 3.2 days, then in the future, you will probably switch guys
Way
often.
easier for
And again, we don't like that, and we're not arguing about it. We do not want to spend time and money on you if you are just gonna switch guys. It's weird that I have to tell you this. People don't like cheating, and if you switch guys a lot, you're more likely to cheat.
Another example of this, we could take it out of relationships, is in the corporate world. Way back in my corporate days, right, we used to do hiring. Specifically, I used to go to the National Black MBA, which is one of the large, at the time, I don't know if it is anymore, one of the largest career fairs in the country. And I remember taking a look at the resumes, and often me and the hiring managers, the talent acquisition people, would be chatting with each other. And the one thing that we would always say is to take a look out for is quick switches within their history. Outside of the transferable skills, far more likely to give you a look, an opportunity if you see consistency over a long period of time. If you're jumping from job to job, then it is an obvious red flag, because why would an organization want to acquire you? And there's always going to be acquisition costs, whether it be transportation, training costs. Why would an organization want to pay for all of that if you show that you like to hop ship?
Women love to say, trust me. Ignore my behavior. I am wife material. But why would we
Actions,
trust
baby.
you if you are the least trustworthy kind of person? Cheaters don't say, I'm gonna cheat on you. They say, trust me.
Yeah.
Everyone says, trust
Scammers
me.
too.
So how do we know who the cheaters are?
True.
Well, we have to observe your behavior. This is the behavior cube. This is the church club axis. That's where you choose to spend your time. This is the modest independent axis. That's how you present yourself to the world. And this is the loyalty axis. That's how you've behaved towards men in the past. Number of guys is a big sign. The more you have, the dumber it is to trust you. Not everyone with a high body count will cheat, but more of them will. You can see here that marriage gets less stable as body count goes up.
And it's funny, just a little story to kind of piggyback on what he was talking about, how you look for the quick switches. There was a man that asked me that. It was him and another dude that was interviewing me. And I had done my research. I had looked on LinkedIn, and I saw that, oh yeah, so he'd been there for like a couple of years. He ain't been there that long. As a matter of fact, it seemed like he just got there. He asked me that question. I was like, this brother got the nerve. This brother got the nerve. And when he asked me that, I was looking at him, and I guess he saw me looking at him. He was like, I know, I can't even really talk myself because, I've moved around. Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that. And it's not just this job that you moved around on. You moved around pretty quickly on some other jobs too. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. But that was a little funny story that happened there. But for these modern women, I mean, I guess relating that story to this, if you're a man that switches too, maybe you don't have a problem with a woman that switches a lot, because I've been switching too. I think the thing is, there's a lot of modern women out here that will switch a lot, and you come to a company that actually can back up that they don't like hiring people that switch a lot. And when you talk to that hiring manager, he been there for 10, 15 years. She been there for 10, 20. So, I mean, we don't switch. As a matter of fact, I'm about to retire in a few. I think I'm going to retire. You know what I mean? We don't switch. That's what modern women are trying to do. They're trying to come up to a man and say, well, I've been switching. I've been doing this, and this. But you got to look at my talent. I'm a really good talent. I'm a really high earner. I'm really good. Don't worry about me getting up and leaving after a year Just worry about what I can do for you potentially within that year. And men are saying, you know what? I don't want to hire that. I would rather take somebody that's quote unquote less talented, but is going to stick beside me so we can go ahead and build a company. If I need to teach that person something, I will. And then that person being here, they'll probably teach me something and we'll learn and grow together. And while you flipping and flopping and dipping and dumping, we'll probably get, because of our consistency, we'll probably catch up to you and pass you because you don't know when to stop.